Here at the tram, going into the city. Today will be a couple of museums, which of course most likely will not be allowed to film. Hopefully some recordhunting, and right now we're going to a place, kind of an outdoor museum, filled with three buildings of old Gothenburg. They're very, very interesting. This is Brunnsparken. Here is one of the places I've been to most during these days, mainly because all transports with bus and trams leaves from here. Seems like there are no real central bus station or something like that. All the buses comes and goes from Brunnsparken, it seems like. So here I've been getting on buses and trams more times than I can count on. Look at this. This is Delaware Gatan, the street of Delaware. Delaware Street. Interesting that we named the street after a city in USA. Look at this house, like ripped up from another century. Gothenhjelmska kulturreservatet. Culture Reservation of Gothenhjelm. Here, from what I understand, is supposed to be a whole lot of the old Gothenburg from the past. So let's go in and see. Well, I thought this was going to be a little bit different, a little bit small here I think, but maybe there's more. This is the old Gothenburg as supposed to look like. With an ancient lamp. Here lived Eino Hanski and his wife. Eino Hanski was an artist. He wrote for television plays. He wrote books. He did sculptures, a whole lot of sculptures here in Gothenburg, and he lived here during his life. But it's pretty beautiful, no doubt about it. That Gothenburg has been a whole lot about sea and fishing. Maybe notified by these sculptures of anchors laying here. This is not healthy, I know, but it looks so tasty. This is an ice cream bomb, as it's called. It's going to be very delicious. This whole area of Gothenhjelm, the Gothenhjelm reservation was given to Lars Gothenhjelm by the king, Carl XII, in around 1718. So it's definitely a historical area here. I'm going to take a quick peek on the corner because I feel that this is part of also the reservation. But take a look at this. Bengans skivor och café. Bengans record and cafe. You know Bengan, the place that I was in previous a couple of days ago. This is another store by that one, and it's a combined records and a cafe. And there is a second-hand store. So we have a lot to do. Bengan was an amazing place, especially for jazz. I saw that jazz bin filled with great jazz records for great prices. I have to hold back so I wouldn't totally outbuy myself. So I bought only 2 jazz records there. But Miles Davis, Tadameron in Paris Festival International de Jazz, May 49, live concert. Amazing. And verb release, historic recordings, the Jazz at the Philharmonics. This is the first Jazz at the Philharmonics concert in 1944, consisting Nat King Cole, Thelonious Jacquet, J.J. Johnson, we have Billie Holiday, Shorty Sherlock, many great here from 1944 44. This is going to be very, very interesting. And I also bought, not only jazz, I also bought this one. Landscape from the Tea Rooms of Mars, containing Einstein and Go-Go. I've never been a huge fan of landscape, but I like new wave synth pop, so I couldn't resist it. Very interesting. Then I was there. This is a second-hand store called Ebbes Hörna. Record bin wasn't all that interesting. I found a double DVD with comedian Magnus Bettner. But I also found Aha and Foot of the Mountain from 2009. Very late Ahas that I didn't have. I forgot I bought singles at Bang & also. Pressure Down, John Farnham. Swing Out Sister, Surrender. D-Mob, It's Time to Get Funky. Gloria Estefan, Oye Mi Canto. Expose, Tell Me Why. Pretenders, Brass in Pocket. And Smithereens, Behind the Walls of Sleep. I have very little singles with Smithereens, and I really like this song, so this is going to be very interesting. So, there's a record store down here called Mynt och Skivor. Mint and Coins and Records. So let's go there. I have a feeling it will be a little bit expensive day today, but hey, all day. I'm in another city, so why not? Well, it did become a bit expensive today. I'm going to show later on what I did buy. Walking here down now, try to find a museum. Naturhistoriska. Nature historical, you can call it that. This is the view of Gothenburg. Well, sitting here at the park. Nice looking art, or whatever I should call it. To show what I found, I showed records from Bang & and now recently move around here a little bit crowded with bags. I was at Mynt och Musik, Coins and Music, and it was a place that was had very low prices. I really liked that store. It was mixed with a whole lot of records, DVDs, comics, video games, so I really liked that store. Owner was a very nice and very happy man, so very happy about that place. he had a box with 7-inch singles for 10 cents. So I bought. This is Charles. You Set My Heart on Fire. On 75. Peter Schön, Do It Rambo. I bought this merely because I think this one is one of these that I love. Can't be anything else than so dumb that it's really funny. Swedish rock musician Mats Ronander with his song Sverige, Sweden. John Farnham, You're the Voice. Believe it or not, I don't have this one on 7-inch single until now. The Alarm, The Chant Has Just Begun. That one costed $1, not 10 cents. Now, back to 10 cents. Jermaine Stewart, Don't Talk Dirty to Me. Liza Minnelli, Drop the Bombs, produced by Pet Shop Boys. The Blow Monkeys with Sylvia Tella, Slaves No More. Janne Lukas, Rocky Mountains, and this one is is a song from the Swedish finals of the Eurovision Song Contest in 1981. And Swedish religious singer Charlotte and The Dag in October. But this is not a religious single, this is an ordinary pop single that she does in duet with Uno Svenningsson, Swedish pop singer. Rocking Soul, Youth Corporation, from Freedom of Stallions album. And also for 50 cents. So happy to find this one on 7-inch single. Jennifer Holiday, No Frills Love, one of the funkiest 80s soul tracks ever. And also at Mynt och Musik, America and their live album, America Live, from 1977 for $2. Really great. And this one was really great. Fats Waller. I'm no fan of Fats Waller at all. I have a hard time listening to it. There was a time when I was a kid when I felt he was funny, but then I've gotten too much of his funny stuff when he tries to be funny with his orchestra and mumbling and singing and laughing and a little too much comedy, too little jazz. But this one I wanted to have for so long, an album with where he plays organ. This is an album that Young Fats at the organ from 1926 to 27. Also RCA Black and White release, French low budget label that I like actually very much. So this one was really great to find. Then the other place that I showed, Armadillo, I think it was called. If I'm wrong, I'd say it here. Was a place also with pretty much cheap records. Also great place when it comes to if you want to buy records and don't want to ruin yourself. There I bought this. This is a special limited edition, a double single, Absolute Reality. Two singles in one, gatefold. I also bought a double album for $1 with Jimmy Dorsey and his orchestra, 1935 to 40. Tommy Dorsey records can be found almost anywhere in any dollar bin, but Jimmy Dorsey is another story. It's much more hard. It didn't become just as famous as his brother, so I don't have too much with Jimmy Dorsey. And Annabelle Lamb, Once Bitten, also a record that I really wanted to have. And finally, a book. A biography of Depeche Mode, written by Steve Malins. He should have written a whole lot of biographies by different 80s bands. Looked in it, and it isn't all that heavy. It's pretty easy to read. It's going to be very, very interesting reading this one. Problem is that I feel like I have too many biographies to read. I hardly read 1 or 2 books a year, so it's going to be very interesting to see how I'm going to find time of reading this. But I really wanted a biography of Depeche Mode. I really felt I wanted it. So this evening is going to be calm. I think I'm going to find something to eat, and then I'm going to walk around and maybe just sit down and enjoy the summer evening. Here is today's dinner. Outdoor sit places for midgets. Not built for ordinary humans, I think. Hardly could fit in here when I'm sitting. Laying like this, undressed in the middle of the city. Look at this. I don't understand why I haven't done this before. This is the train that we're going with, but there's no wagon numbers on the wagons.